Welcome back in one of the Bears Struggle Plays YouTube channel. Today is Friday, November 22nd, and I'm back breaking down some more college football. We have a couple games to look at tonight. Temple going up against UTSA is going to be the first matchup. Then we have a very entertaining game I think it's going to be between UNLV and San Jose State. Two total game picks, two total player props, 4 plays in total. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the plays from Thursday night. We have NC State plus 8.5 going up against Georgia Tech. This one's weird. The rushing props never came out. It is currently 6:32 p.m. I'm watching the game right above me. Has not kicked off yet, but looked on FanDuel, looked on PrizePicks, I didn't look on DraftKings, so hand up on that, I guess. But I usually just mainly use FanDuel and PrizePicks. No rushing props out. So Haynes King over his rushing. Didn't bet it. If somebody did, let me know if you found it somewhere. We did get Kevin Concepcion. Anytime touchdown, plus 140, I believe is what I got it at. I'd say plus 160. No, it says plus 140. I think I got it at plus 140 as the play tonight. That one is on FanDuel. So only 2 plays in action for me tonight. If you got the other one, let me know in the comment section. I will take a winner or loss, whatever your line is. Let's move on to the plays for Friday. It is Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Yes, it is. Thank you. For the play tomorrow, we're going to start with UTSA, the Road Runners going up against Temple. UTSA is coming off a dominating performance, taking down North Texas, scored 48 points in that game. Defense did play a lot better. They've been bad on the season, but they only allowed 27 points in that game, which, yeah, sounds like a lot, but they've been bad on the season, like I said. For Temple this season, it's basically over for them. Temple fired their head coach last week on Sunday. Stan Drayton. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. God, should have wrote his name down. Stan Drayton, I think it is. Might get the coach's bump here for the interim. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Temple's just not good. UTSA, they're playing for bowl eligibility as well. They need to win this game. They've got to win one of the last 2 games. This is a layup for them to win. I'm going to take UTSA here, minus 16.5. The Roadrunners in this game could possibly put up 1,000 offensive yards. UTSA is scoring 31.2 points per game. They're totaling over 450 yards offensively. That puts them at 43rd in the nation in that category. Their quarterback, Owen McCown, he's looked really good. He's looked like an NFL quarterback, picking apart North Texas last week. North Texas, again, not good defensively, but they were unstoppable in that game. So far this season, he has nearly 3,000 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, so he's doing a really good job for UTSA. Not only scoring, but he's not turning the ball over either. UTSA has a great running game as well. They have multiple running backs who can get it done in the backfield. Robert Henry being one of those. I'm going to take him as one of my player props tonight. That offense, they're just loaded. They're loaded from top to bottom. They need to work on their defense just a little bit. The offense typically just wins them games, but the defense might be able to stand up in this game going up against a Temple team who can't score at all, scoring 19.1 points per game. And this Temple defense, they're giving up 35 points per game. UTSA, again, I was a hyperbole with 1,000 yards, but this team can easily go for 500 plus, 600 plus yards. They can move the ball at these. Temple cannot. UTSA, they're going to gash them on the ground. They're going to gash them in the secondary. Temple also has only 96 rushing yards offensively on this season per game. That's one of the worst rushing teams in the nation. Only 200 passing yards per game. This is a bottom-tier offense. UTSA is going to run away with this one. Minus 16.5 as the first play. For the second play, we're going to look at a massive game. UNLV going up against San Jose State. UNLV, they've got 8 wins on the season. The only loss that really mattered for them, I should say, was against Boise State because that was the conference game. That was the game they had to win. San Jose State does have a chance to play in that Mountain West title game, but 3 things have to happen. First, they have to beat UNLV. Then they need UNLV to lose. Then San Jose State has to win the last game of the season. So still possible. That's why this is such a big game for San Jose State. I don't know if they can knock them off, but I'm not gonna back UNLV minus 7.5. I'm taking the points here. San Jose State plus 7.5. I do think they possibly could knock them off in this game. UNLV is a really good team at home this season. So for San Jose State, they have outright wins in 4 of the 5 games, and this San Jose State team can move the ball through the air. The weakness for UNLV has been that passing defense. In San Jose State, they throw the ball 61% of the time. That is the number 1 throwing offense in the country. Nobody throws the ball more than San Jose State this season. That is why I think they're going to be able to move the ball up and down the field going up against UNLV. UNLV, they're giving up 23.4 points per game defensively, but the secondary all season long has been gashed, and it's been okay because the offense is averaging 41.7 points per game. In this game, that defense is going to get picked apart. The offense probably going to still score 35-plus points because San Jose State's defense not that great either. But this is strength against strength. Like, this is two teams that can probably put up 35-plus points each. Take a look at the over if you want. I think 7.5 points here for a San Jose State team playing for their life. They are already bowl eligible, but they have to win this game for a chance of that MAC, or for the MAC, got MAC on the brain. If they want any chance of that Mountain West title, I think this is going to be a very good game. Should be an entertaining game. 7 points is too many in a game like this. Give me the 7 as the play here. Let's go over the player props. We are going to start in the same game. UNLV going up against San Jose State. We're going to be looking at Nick Nash. And before I go any further, every time that I say Nick Nash, I want to say knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. And because of that, I think he's a top-tier name in college football. I don't know exactly what that phrase comes from. I think I learned it when I was younger, but I immediately see his name, and I immediately say to myself, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Anybody know what that's from? It's just stuck in my brain all the time I see it. No idea where that's from, but he's getting a great matchup tonight. Like I said, UNLV has been getting torched in the secondary, 254.3 yards per game. That's bottom 20 in the nation. Nash is coming off a great game going up against Boise State, 9 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. His effort was not enough for San Jose State to knock off Boise State because Boise State's so good, but I do think we're going to see him dominate UNLV in this game. This is going to be one of the big reasons why San Jose State has a chance to cover. This guy is not a stranger to going over 100-plus yards on this season. He's done it multiple times. He's going to do it once again in this game, and it is very rare for a wide receiver to have more projected yards than Ricky White, who's going to be on the other side for UNLV. Nash, he's just that good. I'm going to take the over 106.5 receiving yards as the play. And for the final player prop of the day, we're looking at UTSA going up against Temple. I already talked about this game as well. I do think UTSA is going to run up the score going up against Temple. They did do that going up against North Texas. They scored nearly 50 points in that game. They've done it a couple times already this season. What I hope happens in this one is that McCown just picks apart Temple, leaves them nothing left on the defensive side. They're down, they're beaten up, they're bruised, and then Robert Henry comes in the second half, and the tank that he is goes for 60-plus rushing yard whenever they're up 21-plus points. This is the biggest running back that UTSA has. He's a finisher. He's a punisher. He's coming off his best game of the season going up against North Texas. He had 20 touches, had 168 yards, 2 scores. I do think we're going to see a similar workload in this game because UTSA, they were incredible going up against North Texas. They did it on the ground. They did it through the air. We can see the exact same thing in this game going up against Temple. Temple, they are the second worst team in the nation at stopping the run. 215.7 yards per game. 215.7 yards per game on the ground. Henry should have no problem here. This line's way too low, 59.5 as the final play of the day. Let's go to the recap graphic. We're taking UTSA minus 16.5 against Temple, 50-plus points from UTSA. San Jose State plus 7.5. This is the most important game of the season, really, for both of these teams. Should be a good game. Robert Henry over 59.5 rushing yards. And then Nick Nash, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, over 106.5 receiving yards going up against UNLV. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA football plays and props for Friday, November 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share all like this video and subscribe down below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.